Hello everyone. Today we're witnessing a remarkable transformation in our national weather pattern, one that will impact millions of people across North America. Whether you're a farmer, a city dweller, or someone who simply enjoys the outdoors, this shift is something you'll want to pay close attention to. As September draws to a close, a sweeping change is underway. A major weather shift is moving across the continent, bringing with it a host of new conditions that will affect our daily lives, our communities, and even our local economies. At the heart of this transformation is an upper-level, low-pressure system. This system is about to break away from the jet stream, a powerful river of air high above us that usually steers weather systems from west to east. When a low-pressure system detaches like this, it can create dramatic and sometimes unpredictable changes in our weather. For many regions that have been suffering from drought, this shift could not come at a better time. Substantial rainfall is on the horizon, offering much-needed relief to parched farmland and thirsty reservoirs. Along with the rain, we'll also see a noticeable drop in temperatures, ushering in a true autumn feel with crisp, cool air replacing the lingering summer heat. This is a crucial moment for farmers and water managers. The upcoming weather pattern will be dynamic and potentially challenging, requiring careful planning and quick adaptation. It's a time to monitor fields, check irrigation systems, and prepare for both the benefits and the risks that come with increased rainfall. Across much of the continent, you can expect to see more cloud cover than usual. The chances of showers and thunderstorms will rise, sometimes arriving suddenly and with intensity. These storms may bring heavy downpours, gusty winds, and even localized flooding in some areas, so it's wise to stay alert. For those who have grown accustomed to persistent sunshine, it's time to prepare for a change. Gray, damp days will become more common, and you'll want to keep an umbrella handy. Outdoor plans may need to be adjusted as the weather becomes less predictable and more variable. This transition won't happen all at once. Instead, the new weather pattern will gradually move from west to east, affecting different regions at different times. You might notice the first signs in the western states and provinces, with the changes spreading eastward over the coming days. In the next sections, we'll take a closer look at how this pattern shift will play out in specific regions. From the Pacific Northwest to the Atlantic coast, each area will experience its own unique set of challenges and opportunities as the new weather takes hold. Make sure to stay tuned for detailed forecasts and expert insights. By staying informed, you can make the best decisions for your family, your property, and your community as we navigate this significant atmospheric change together. Now let's dive into the specifics of this atmospheric reset and see what the coming days have in store for your region. To truly appreciate the relief that incoming rain can bring, we first need to understand the relentless drought that has gripped vast stretches of the United States for months on end. Across the country, millions of acres of farmland have been left parched, with deep cracks forming in the soil and crops struggling to survive. The U.S. Drought Monitor paints a stark picture, with large swaths of the nation colored in alarming shades of red and orange, signaling extreme and exceptional drought conditions. This is not just a passing dry spell, it's a crisis that has been building week after week, affecting communities, economies, and ecosystems alike. Persistent high-pressure systems have dominated the central and eastern United States, acting like a shield that deflects much-needed rainstorms away. These stubborn weather patterns have kept skies clear and rainfall scarce, allowing the drought to intensify and spread. Satellite imagery reveals how these systems have stalled, preventing moisture from reaching the heartland and leaving the land thirstier with each passing day. In states like Missouri, Illinois, and Iowa, the lack of rain has been especially devastating. Farmers watch anxiously as their cornfields and soybean crops wilt under the relentless sun, with yields dropping far below average. The timing couldn't be worse as the drought has hit during the critical harvest season, threatening both livelihoods and food supplies. Rural communities are feeling the strain, with local economies tied closely to the success of these crops. The Ohio Valley and much of the Northeast are also suffering. Rivers and streams have shrunk to a trickle, and once green landscapes now appear brown and lifeless. Trees are shedding leaves early, and lawns have turned to brittle straw. The drought's reach extends far beyond the fields, touching urban and rural areas alike, and leaving millions to cope with water restrictions and environmental stress. The impacts are widespread and severe. Reservoirs and lakes are at historic lows, threatening water supplies for cities and farms. Dry conditions have fueled wildfires, sending smoke across entire regions and putting both property and lives at risk. Irrigation canals run empty, forcing tough choices about which crops to save and which to let go. The drought is a daily reality for millions, shaping decisions and futures. That's why the forecast of rain is so significant. As dark storm clouds gather on the horizon, there's a sense of anticipation and hope. The first raindrops that hit the cracked earth are more than just water. They're a lifeline soaking into the soil, reviving crops and beginning to refill streams and ponds that have been dry for months. While this rain won't erase the drought overnight, it's a crucial first step toward recovery. The ground will begin to soften, reservoirs will slowly start to refill, and the landscape will show the first signs of green returning. For farmers, ranchers, and entire communities, this rain represents hope, a chance to rebuild and recover from months of hardship. Across the drought-stricken regions, people are watching the skies, hoping for the sound of rain on their rooftops. Communities are coming together, sharing resources and supporting one another as they wait for relief. The change in weather patterns is more than just a meteorological event. It's a moment of collective optimism for millions who have endured so much. The benefits of rain extend beyond human needs. As the rain falls, it helps extinguish wildfires, provides fresh water for wildlife, and encourages the return of lush vegetation. Ecosystems that have been under stress begin to recover, and the cycle of life is renewed. The arrival of rain signals a turning point. The stubborn dry pattern that has dominated for so long is finally breaking down, offering a glimpse of hope and renewal for the land and its people. Now let's take a closer look at where this much-needed rain is headed next, and what it could mean for the regions most in need of relief. Relief is on the way for millions who have been waiting for a break from the relentless dry spell. After weeks of parched landscapes and dwindling water supplies, the weather is finally shifting, bringing hope to communities that have been watching the skies for any sign of moisture. The long-anticipated change is about to arrive, and it couldn't come at a better time for farmers, city dwellers, and anyone who's felt the impact of the drought. As forecast maps reveal, a much wetter picture is emerging for the days ahead. Meteorologists are tracking a broad swath of precipitation that will sweep across much of the country, with some areas expected to receive several inches of rain. This is a welcome sight for those who have been anxiously monitoring weather updates, hoping for a turnaround. The driving force behind this change is a slow-moving, upper-level, low-pressure system. This system is set to pull abundant moisture from both the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic Ocean, funneling it north and eastward. As these moisture-laden clouds travel inland, they will blanket large portions of the country, setting the stage for widespread rainfall that will be felt from the heartland to the coast. The Midwest and Ohio Valley are first in line to receive this much-needed rain. Steady, soaking showers will move in, providing a crucial boost to soil moisture and helping to replenish rivers and reservoirs. For states that have been grappling with severe drought, this rainfall is more than just a relief. It's a lifeline for crops, livestock, and local economies that depend on healthy water supplies. By the middle of next week, the rain will push further east, reaching the mid-Atlantic and northeast. Cities that have endured weeks of dry, dusty conditions will finally see rain-soaked streets and refreshed parks. This marks the end of a stubborn dry spell, and residents can look forward to cooler temperatures and cleaner air as the rain washes away dust and pollen. While this rain is largely beneficial, it's important to remember that heavy downpours can bring their own set of challenges. In areas where the ground has been especially dry, the sudden influx of water may not be absorbed quickly, leading to localized flash flooding. Dry creek beds can quickly turn into rushing streams, and low-lying neighborhoods may see water pooling on streets and in basements. That's why it's crucial to stay alert for flood watches or warnings issued by local authorities. Make sure your emergency alerts are enabled on your phone and have a plan in place in case you need to move to higher ground. Even a short period of intense rain can create hazardous conditions, so caution is key. For drought-stricken regions, this rain event is exactly what communities have been hoping for. Parched farmland will finally get a drink, and the cracked, dry ground will begin to heal. This is a critical step toward recovery, not just for agriculture, but for the entire ecosystem that depends on regular rainfall. As we head into October, this significant weather event signals a turning point in the season. The arrival of widespread rain could mark the beginning of a more active weather pattern, with the potential for additional storms in the weeks ahead. It's a reminder of how quickly conditions can change, and how vital it is to stay prepared. Meanwhile, The Pacific Northwest is facing its own set of weather challenges. From persistent drizzle to sudden downpours, the region is no stranger to wet weather, but this year has brought its own unique twists. We'll take a closer look at how communities there are adapting, and what the forecast holds for the coming days. Stay tuned for more updates on this dynamic weather shift, and find out what it means for your area as the season continues to evolve. The Pacific Northwest is on a weather roller coaster with storms and dry spells. A potent storm brings rain, winds, and high-elevation snow, typical for this time of year. A brief dry period will follow, but another powerful storm is expected next weekend. This active pattern signals the true arrival of autumn, with strong winds and heavy rain. The rain will help reduce wildfire concerns and transition the region into its wet season. High elevations will see snow, crucial for the region's water supply. Ski resorts anticipate a strong start to the snow season. It's an exciting time for the Pacific Northwest as autumn unfolds. The Southwest is set for a rare but welcome weather event. An upper-level low will bring prolonged showers and potential thunderstorms to California, Nevada, and Arizona. This moisture will help replenish reservoirs and stressed vegetation. However, flash flooding and debris flows are risks in burn areas. Despite the dangers, this pattern shift offers relief from long-term drought. Cooler temperatures and higher humidity will end the peak fire season. For millions facing water restrictions, this is a hopeful sign. It's a significant weather story to watch closely. Let's see how the central U.S. is preparing for its own weather changes. The central U.S. is the battleground for atmospheric changes. As the low drifts from the Rockies, expect scattered thunderstorms, some severe. Early next week, a cold front will bring damp, cool conditions to Missouri and Iowa. This soaking rain is beneficial for drought-stricken soil. A high-pressure area will follow, bringing cooler, drier air. Expect sunny skies, crisp air, and chilly nights, signaling true autumn weather. This transition from stormy to cool and dry will unfold over several days. It's a textbook autumn cold front passage, perfect for autumn festivals. Let's explore how the East Coast is preparing for its weather shift. Stay tuned for more on this dynamic weather pattern. The East Coast will soon see significant weather changes. Clouds and showers will develop, bringing much-needed rain to the eastern seaboard. The main event arrives next week with rain overspreading the Ohio Valley and Mid-Atlantic. This system is crucial for drought-stricken areas in the Northeast. While it may disrupt plans, the rain's benefits outweigh the inconveniences. It will lower fire danger and provide vital moisture for vegetation. A coastal low may enhance rainfall or bring gusty winds. The main story is the arrival of beneficial rain, breaking the dry spell. Colder air is bringing the first signs of winter to high elevations. Snow is accumulating in Alaska and Siberia, building a reservoir of cold air. Storms in the Pacific Northwest will bring snow to the Cascades and Canadian Rockies. High elevations in Wyoming and Montana may see significant snow. This is exciting for ski areas and a reminder of the changing seasons. While snow is premature for most of the U.S., it's a sign of winter's approach. Let's see what these changes mean for your daily life. Prepare for a shift towards classic autumn weather. Expect widespread rain from the Central Plains to the Atlantic coast. Cooler temperatures will follow with crisp mornings and pleasant afternoons. This pattern change is positive, providing relief to drought-stricken areas. It will reduce wildfire risks and lower energy bills. Embrace the change and enjoy the cozy comforts of autumn. Watch for potential tropical developments and evolving weather patterns. Enjoy the rain, cooler air, and dynamic atmospheric transition. Stay safe, informed, and enjoy the new season. Thank you for joining us on this weather journey.